If it's a concussion, the athletic trainer has that final say that they can pull them out to enter the concussion protocol. If it's not, if it's for other injuries, technically, she can make recommendations to the parents and to the coach, but at the end of the day, the parent has the right to allow their kid to continue playing or not. We try to really take her medical professional opinion on things and try to, encourage parents to listen, but there's been some tough cases and that doesn't always go that way. There's been a lot of parents that have, requested that their student athletes continue to play even against her recommendations.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
And what is the coach? So thanks, Jenny, for that.
Yeah.
So what's the coach's role in all this? Like, do they, can they override the athletic trainer?
I'm not sure there's anything necessarily in writing saying who can or cannot override. We request that the coaches go based on the recommendations of the athletic trainer because she truly is, in our opinion, the medical expert when looking at that. In a lot of situations, we'll kick it back to Dr. Matt if we can, as our medical director, and he'll give a say. Oftentimes, she'll recommend that they go on for further medical evaluation. I mean, she's one opinion. If the parents don't want to, trust that opinion or don't want to take it, she'll oftentimes recommend them to somebody else. But we ask that the coaches, really go based on her recommendation. But unfortunately, that does not always happen.
If the parent overrides the decision to let their child play, I think the district should have policy or requirement that on that.
Yeah.
So the district isn't liable.
So we did increase our language. So in Family ID, when they sign their kids up for sports each sport season, we did change that wording in there so that the district isn't as liable on that. And we have stronger wording on there to protect the district. It's one of those fine lines though, we always think we have great wording and it'll protect us, but it's never 100%. It's definitely an area that we've had a lot of concern. The athletic trainer has had a lot of concern about it. It's tough.
Hey, Jenny, if we talk to other districts about what they do in that occasion, and perhaps the board should develop a new policy around that.
Yeah, and the
I've talked
challenge.
to other trainers in our area, and all of them said that they would not work under those conditions because of the liability on them. And the athletic trainers have to assume extra liability insurance to protect themselves. So it's something that I think we should look into, like you said, there should be more wordage on that. And I mean, the coaches, they have, training and CPR and all of that.
Yep.
But I would think that a head coach or an assistant coach would not want to take that responsibility on.
Right, that's what I was just saying, it's ultimately the coach
It's,
doesn't have to play.
and we pay an athletic
Yeah.
trainer to make those decisions. She has the education.
Yeah,
To
I
do
just think
that.
you should listen to the medical people first.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I don't disagree with you. Unfortunately, it hasn't been that cut and dry. There's
I know.
some times where coaches are really adamant about, when it's their star player and they're, it's the last game before playoffs and
Been there.
it's tough. I agree. I don't disagree with you and I definitely think it's an area where we can have further conversation. A lot of schools don't even have trainers in this area.
say it.
And that's the other thing. I mean, we're fortunate. We are so fortunate to have a full-time trainer for as much as we do. And, as Julio has alluded to, we could, at times, you need another one, but it's definitely further conversations that we could and should have. When we talk about legal things and this and that, here's an example of something that we had a lot of conversations with legal counsel over and had them redraft the wording that's in Family ID when you go in and parents have to sign off on things. we ramped that up a lot because it definitely was way, it was not very protective of the district at all.
I don't think the public knows as much as far as the legal ramifications of things. Like, we put policies through stuff like that.
Yeah,
We ask for advice from our legal on things that we can review, and that all gets billed. So,
That's where we see a lot of it.
yeah.
Mhm.
It's definitely an area where we can look further. There's not high schools, New York State has a lot of policies and laws that provide athletic trainers at the collegiate level a lot more authority to make those calls. It's not so at the high school level because they're dealing with minors and they leave that, the parents to have that ability to make those final calls, where at the collegiate level, they don't. Yeah.
So, Madam Chair of the Operations Committee, maybe we should have further discussion.
Yeah, I did that, and then I'll just put it on the schedule. Yeah.
I had a question about from health and safety because I wasn't able to go to this one because at the same time that was happening was Eastview's Book Bingo, which is an event that was put on by our reading teachers, which is an amazing event. Great that we got to be able to go with our children to that. But I did see on the agenda, one of the things that was on the agenda was something about the high school bathroom safety. So I just didn't know if there was any comments or any discussion on
We
that.
tabled that because we weren't quite sure what the question or the concern was. So the high school principal was made available for that meeting, and we will return when we're able to get clarification about what the question is.
And then also let Dr. Morris know that Wednesdays didn't work for me at all.
Yeah. So we've shifted the upcoming meeting to a
Tuesday, June 16th. It's our new, everybody has a new
Still the same
schedule for
time,
the rest
right?
of the year.
Yes.
Yeah, still 3:15.
All right. And then as far as other committees, I'm not sure if any of the committees met.
Covered them last time.
Right, so nothing to report. Item number 10, consent agenda. So we need a motion.
So moved.
Okay, Mary makes a motion. Is there a second?
I'm sorry.
Julio seconds. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. So the consent agenda is passed. And that takes us up to item 11, new business. New business, affiliation agreement with SUNY Brockport. And so we need a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Megan makes a motion. Okay. Kevin seconds. Yeah, you get the next one.
You get the next one. That's what I get.
Any discussion other than the fist fight over the Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Affiliation agreement with Penn West University. Where's Penn West?
That's Edinburgh University, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're formerly known as Edinburgh University.
Okay. So based on that knowledge, Alex Kilby makes the motion.
Yes.
I
Motion. That's where I graduated.
Oh, there we go.
I'll second.
Aubrey seconds. Discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, motion carries. Next, item C, natural gas bid co-op resolution 2027. So we're apparently in a co-op with different BOCES of Ontario, Seneca, Wayne, and Yates counties. So it actually saves the district money. So do we have a motion?
So moved.
I'll second.
Mary second, or Mary moves, Julio seconds. Discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Next, item D, approved Terracon RFP. So, Kevin, why don't you?
Sure.
Kevin Stevens makes a motion. Who wants to second?
I'll second
Okay, Betty seconds. Discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Item E, approved landscape structures, Inc. contract. And this is to complete the playground at Washington West Elementary School. Kevin Stevens elected.
I will second it.
Larry second.
Wait for the one.
Though it would have made a lot more sense to me if I could have seen what this stuff looked like. You know, I saw the list of everything, but I'm like, the back list, the back of this, the two
Yeah.
arms, I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I wish I could have seen.
That's a good point though, Mary. We can get you those. I can share them with Dr. Morris and
Oh,
she
I
can
would
share them
love
like in
that.
the
Can you
regular.
bring it to the building ground next week?
Can I? I
Yep.
sure can.
Put it in here.
All right.
There you go.
Yes, I can, right there.
And there will be a ribbon cutting, I believe.
Yep, we'll do all that fun stuff.
Okay.
That's the fun.
And it better be accessible because I'm going to.
It is, it
There we
is.
go.
We'll send you right down
Like tumble down.
Me too.
Okay, any more discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Item F, you see that on 2 pages, approve RFP for Deschler and Molecki. And, okay, Kevin. Yes, our chair of audit and finance. Yeah, so it's for auditing services for a 5-year term commencing on July 1st, 2026. So our chair of the Audit and Finance Committee, Kevin Stevens, makes the motion. Julio makes the second. Any discussion?
Yeah, we have familiarity with them and Jenny's recommendations, so it was good.
Yeah. Do you want to add anything?
No, I just, like I said, I think they did a good job with the other stuff that we asked of them.
Okay, great. Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Item G, approve Erie One BOCES contract for technology services. So this is a contract with Erie One BOCES for 3 years commencing on June 10th, 2026 to authorize the Western New York Regional Information Center to furnish certain computer services to the pursuant to Education Law 1950 or JJ for an amount not to exceed $64,335.60 and authorizes the payments. So do we have a motion? Harvey makes a motion.
I'll send.
Betty seconds. Discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item H, approve Erie One BOCES contract for educational services, project MPM 057-01-27. So this is for a 3-year period commencing on June 10th, 2026 to authorize the Western New York Regional Information Center to furnish certain computer services to the district pursuant to Education Law 1950 or JJ for an amount not to exceed $73,946.52. So is there a motion?
So,
Mary makes a motion. Second. Kevin seconds. Discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Motion carries. Item 12, personnel. There's a personnel consent agenda. As you can see, there's several names on that. So do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Artie makes a motion. Is there a second?
A second.
Alex makes a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item,
Congratulations.
yeah, congratulations. You're official.
One more step. Yeah, I was gonna say, we actually, he's included in this, but he's actually letter B.
Gotcha.
So we need to do that.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No, so you're almost there.
You're almost there.
Yeah,
That was
We like to string it out there.
Yeah, but he is under A as well, so that was what I was confused about, honestly, but must be, maybe we just didn't.
See, it's such an important position that we got pulled out and it's
Okay,
standalone.
authorize him and then the
So-
contract.
Yeah, you-
Not for teachers.
so we're creating the
just-
role, but teachers don't have another contract.
Yeah.
They have
Okay,
their
gotcha.
contract.
So it's a management confidential position, so he is a standalone
Yeah.
contract, so we approve him and then the contract.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you.
So item B, Director of Facilities Contract.
So moved.
Mary makes a motion.
I'll second.
Julio seconds. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
There we go.
Item 13, informational meetings, upcoming meetings. And this is where it gets a little hairy, so.
Well, very scary.
Operations is meeting at 4:30 in the Board of Education conference room on May 11th. On May 12th, Buildings and Grounds is meeting at 4 o'clock in the Board of Education conference room.
Yes.
On May 20th, there's a special meeting to certify votes, and that's at 6:30 in the Board of Education conference room. Kevin worked very hard on the budget along with Jenny, and so
I
he.
can't take credit for that.
Yeah, and by the way, Jenny, thank you, great job on the budget, we appreciate it. So there's no audit and finance in May. And then on June 9th, there's a Board of Education regular meeting at 6:30, Board of Education conference room. And so those are the meetings so far.
Yes. With an important reminder at the top, you
Right.
reminded us about.
Yeah.
Sarah again.
Budget vote on May 19th from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. at the Olean Middle School Music Suite. Next, we're going to have executive session, but it's just going to be the board members.
Is there any action?
Yeah, no action, just discussion, and that's item 6. And no one is invited in either, so I need a motion to go into executive session.
So I make a motion that we go into executive session.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Bobby seconds.
Thank you.
All those in favor, signify by saying
Aye.